Douglas with VMworld TV for the very last video at VMworld 2010. A lot of exciting things happened at VMworld this year. Let's take a look back at some of those, starting with the shift from ESX to ESXi.
The next major release of vSphere will be exclusively based on the ESXi hypervisor architecture. So really now is a great time for customers to start migrating to ESXi.
As always, it was great to hear from our CEO, Paul Moritz.
One of the things that I've noticed about this year's VMworld, which is actually qualitatively different from last year, is that people are really serious about how they're going to use the cloud. It's no longer if I'm going to use the cloud, it's when and how. So I think there's a lot of interest in about what are the pragmatic steps to take in that direction, a lot of very serious conversation about that.
And our CTO, Steve Herod.
We use Gmail and we use all these different accounts, but the world isn't ready for all those coming together. So what I'd like the world to be about is all of these applications are always available to me on my iPhone, my iPad, my Android device, and TriCipher is a piece of that strategy. It will let us make the authentication when I sign into my Windows desktop. It'll automatically sign me into some of these websites that I like to use. And that's better for me, convenient-wise, and it's better for IT, who has more control over what their employees are using.
We had a few product announcements also, like vCloud Director.
vCloud Director gives enterprises the ability to build secure private clouds, dynamically increase their data center efficiency and business agility, security and control of their data centers. It's built on top of vSphere. Really powerful tool.
The announcement of a new iPad app for Virtual Center.
When we talk to enterprise customers, a lot of IT administrators are buying this as a cool device that they have. And so we want to give them the capability to manage their private clouds from an iPad. And so we're working on a Virtual Center interface for iPads.
The overall experience this year, with more than 17,000 attendees, 233 exhibitors, consuming more than 101,000 assorted sodas, over 4,800 gallons of coffee, and eating more than 55,000 pieces of fruit. But VMworld isn't just about product announcements. I'd say the labs were the best ever this year. With more than 13,500 labs attended, people were really raving about how easy it was to use, and the content was outstanding.
I think this was one of the highlights for us for today.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we'll probably spend most of the time in the lab as opposed to attending presentations, because it gives us a good hands-on experience.
An exciting addition to VMworld this year were group discussions where attendees could come together and discuss hot topics with experts from around the conference.
So I have to say, the guys who thought this up, great idea. It was fantastic to have a session full of folks in a more intimate setting. Open-ended, less formal, people asking questions that are on their mind, very, very direct dialogue, gives us a lot of good perspectives and a chance to answer some very specific questions.
Sessions were a big hit this year also, with more than 180 unique sessions and 10 tracks. And of course, the VMworld Party, another big hit with lots of fun. We had an outdoor band, arcade games, photo booths, bungee jumping, lots of fun and games. And of course, I couldn't fail to mention InXS on the main stage. Well, that's it for me. Another amazing conference. We'll have more videos for you in October at VMworld Copenhagen. I'll leave you with a few words from our attendees.
I thought it went off really well, so had a good time and tried to catch up a bunch of labs and so forth, and had some good opportunities out here.
I think it was really good. We learned a lot of things, got a lot of vendor information, and a lot of things I didn't know.
Best thing's definitely been the labs. The labs have been absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed them.
I mean, I can come here, I can talk to a few people and save a lot of time and trouble, compared to being on the phone and trying to interact with all different meetings. So it worked out well.
Awesome sessions, good exchange, good time. So much to see and do. Unbelievable.
I thought the labs were really awesome, actually. It blew me away. It was really cool.
I was amazed by the amount of people, but even better, the solutions that I was able to talk to, the vendors, Got a lot of information back that I can take back to the office, and especially on the thin clients.
Conference by far was one of the best conferences I've ever been to. This is my third year in a row, and I can't wait for Vegas next year.
See you in Copenhagen!